Okay. I am currently about trying to get into Vermillion. OBS is throwing up issues. Give me 1 second to figure out what's going on. There you go. All right. Usually when I do this, it takes about 5 minutes for OBS to not be a butthole. Uh, I didn't put the link in the description, but I will next time. We started a painting last time, and I didn't get to finish. Emergency with the family came up, so we will finish that, and then we'll do some practices on eyes because I really need to practice on eyes. Obviously, uh, let me. Hopefully that kicks it in. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to be doing this for about an hour, and then we're going to switch over to VR chat. What it is, I'll do this for an hour, then I'll stop the stream, then I'll start over. It takes me about 10 minutes to figure this out because I'm doing a PC VR next because I'm running all this on Quest only right now. And then we'll restart it in VR chat because I had some requests from a non PC version user who wanted to know the difference between the two visually. So we'll look at some Quest slash PC VR chat world, and then we'll look at a PC only world so that you can see how awesome the PC version of VR chat is. Because we're having issues with OBS, I'm just going to start the live here. Make sure I have footage because sometimes I get the footage, but not the actual. Am I getting audio too? And then we'll look at. Oh yeah, I got audio. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. There we go. Sometimes when I'm in Vermillion Live, you'll see me have this screen up. That's just because every time I start OBS, there is errors. Hey, it didn't start up right. Do you want to start in safe mode? OBS is not getting reliable for me anymore, so that is why. Okay, I want to hurry up and get this finished. I'm gonna change seats because I need elbow room for this app. This is not entirely uh, good if you have small areas. Okay, so we started this painting last time, and she is on one layer. The background will be behind her, and then we have the outline on another one. And if I cough, I am so sorry. I am getting over bronchitis. I have a couple more days left of that. It's not been fun. All right, let's continue on. So I need to go in, and I think last time I said I was leaving my outlines on her. We were going to keep doing the outlines. Okay. But I forgot to add some lines. So we'll go back in and add those. Whoop, I'm hitting my bed. Sorry. All right, perfect. Looks like we need to add some more highlights to her. But I'm going to do those in white, I think. I'm not going to use the flesh tones. Highlights usually sit about right there. And we'll add just a smidge of color there going down. Not too dark. Maybe go a little darker. And there's always usually shading at the bottom part of the nose. I don't know if I want to go too dark with that though. We'll try it and see. If not, we will come back and fix it. Everything's fixable. Alright, so we're going to make sure our blender is up a little bit. And we're going to just blend this in. We might have to add more white. Yeah, the blender is too high. Usually in a painting, the bottom part of the nose adds shading. Okay. Add a little bit of shading here. Make it a little darker. And there's usually shading below the lips. Just blend, blend, blend. I wish the 3D sculpting apps were stable enough on my PC. We could do some 3D sculpting. But Shape Lab, Shape Lab was not working that great last time I went to run it. So I'm really afraid to. Oh, I'm really afraid to use that. There we go. Uh, for that, I'm gonna have to cut the blender all the way down. Yeah, I really miss doing the lives I had planned at the beginning of the week, but I was rattling so bad when I breathed. I didn't want to risk pneumonia. This is the only reason why I did not do that. Oh, gotta add that up. And it's usually a little darker around there. No, perfect. Yeah, I didn't get to do hardly any playing. If I did any playing at all while I was sick, I was just feeling so bad. I somehow, for me, feel that whatever it was I had this week was worse than when I had COVID. It was just not fun. I don't think I like that. I'm not good at lips either. Sometimes it comes out right and sometimes it don't. But like my art teacher in college said, mistakes are great for paintings. You don't want to be 100% perfect. Mistakes is what makes your painting unique, so I'm not worried about if my eyes and lips totally suck. So there we go. So with eyes are not 100%. Is my grays going to act up? Eyes are not 100% white. They're off white. So we want a little bit of gray in there, not too much. Just a off white. And then maybe a little bit darker at the top because you're going to have shading from your eyelashes and lid. Maybe go a little bit darker. Okay. We're just going to experiment real quick. Oh, why is my hand like that? Okay. There we go. She's going to have really big eyelashes. Problem is, I'm left handed. Ah! Too big, too big. There we go. And I want to add dark for her eyebrows. Okay. And now we're going to start on some eyes. I really. Oh, thank you. I'm glad I was able to do this earlier so you could see it. But my hand is freaking out. We're going to play for about an hour in Vermillion because I really feel bad for not finishing this last time. And then I had a really good request for VR chat. So about an hour, I'm going to take about 10 minutes to reset up for VR chat. And then we'll start back up again and go look at some really cool places. Because I had a request on that. So that is why. Usually with eyes, the top part is darker, but we're already using a really dark brown. You know what? The brushes is too close to the canvas, so it's freaking out. And then usually you got these little lighter color at the bottom, and we're just doing little individual lines. Because if you magnify an actual eye, it's like millions of different colors. but they're little lines. There you go. Oh, maybe that one. And we'll go a little bit lighter. We'll just dot, dot, dot. Dot, 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 dot. Yeah, I have so much fun stuff planned for next week, too. It's going to be so great, the lives. And then we're only going to do the edge of the brush to soften those lines up. Oh, really? How did your live go? Okay. People who have never touched a VR headset and have not really seen it in lives or videos don't really know what to expect. So when they finally see it, it's like their mind is totally blown. But everybody's like, "Oh no, it'll make me dizzy." There are ways to play VR where you won't get dizzy. It takes a while to get used to. I did not have issues with vertigo. My husband, he had really bad issues before he got it under control. The key to vertigo is to find apps like Vermillion where you're not doing much other than painting. Avoid putting a new player in something like uh, roller coasters. They will get sick and they will not want to play it anymore. You just won't get them to touch it. Vermilion is very safe. Horizon World might be safe if you take them into private instances. Um, Rec Room avoid. Sometimes Rec Room will make. I think Rec Room still makes my husband after like 2 years. He gets nauseous on that. He finally got to where he could play VR chat. So we were in there late last night, world hopping. It was very fun. Uh, but Vermilion is for sure like the go to. Any of the painting apps, if you have people who want to try it, we're just going to do different coffee colors and blend them in. Oh, yeah, another thing to do if you get vertigo and you have a quest, or you're letting someone try it. Uh, there's certain symptoms you get. One of those is nausea and hot flashes. You need to get rid of those first, and then you'll be all right. So if you have a rotating oscillating fan, cut that on and have the person sit in front of the fan with the headset on in a game like this until they're used to it, and then slowly work them into other apps. I would do the roller coaster game last after they're used to playing with the fan on. Like slowly build them up, but oscillating fan is like your best friend. Even if I have sinus problems, I will cut the fan on, and then I won't have any problems with the vertigo. Cause even every once in a while, I'll get a hold of a game that will just absolutely tear me up, and I will start hot flashing and feeling sick and room spinning, and I gotta lay down. But that's the best advice I could give to anybody. Uh, I need a bigger brush. Yeah, I bought my mother a Quest 2 because I thought it was awesome, and she's on the other side of the country, and then we could get together and play. I think she's touched it twice, and she won't touch it no more. I was like, oh, that's a waste. Oh, thank you. And yeah, some people can get into it and some can't. My brother, who was dead set against it, ended up getting one. And I just think they're amazing. They're just absolutely wonderful. All right, now we're going to take this brush and I'm going to crank up the blending. Oh, am I still on? Yeah, we're still on. Perfect. Oh, yeah, so in Vermillion, I got this on here so that I can see if my OBS is behaving. Looks like it is. I might have to uninstall it and reinstall it because like 3 updates ago, it just started wigging out. Right now, we're just creating a background. I've not done live in VR from TikTok yet just because I don't have a moderator and I can't figure out how to see the chat on the headset. And I want to make sure I can see people if they're trolling, misbehaving, stuff like that. I've not had any problems out of YouTube yet with people, so Usually with YouTube, you find your niche, and people who like your niche will flock to you, and people who don't will just usually scroll on. But there's people on TikTok that are like, "Oh yeah, you're garbage," and I need a way of getting rid of that. That's why I don't do Twitch anymore either. I had a friend that ran into problems with that. Oh, and you get spam. Hey, how would you like this, and this? Like, no, I don't want it. Please don't advertise it in my chat. All right, we got our brush, and now I'm noticing overhangs. So we're going to wet our rag, go back and erase those. And I can only do this because she's on a different layer. Oh, you will. I mean, it's always slow with Quest. With VR. But you'll gain traction because there'll always be somebody interested, especially, excuse me, with Vermillion. People like painting videos. They'll flock to painting videos. For sure. Any kind of art or craft videos gets really good. No, I just need that one dot. Okay, I need to fix her bow. Oh, last time I did this live, halfway through my live stream, I had a Vermillion glitch, right? And all the paintings I had on the wall disappeared. It was really weird. Thank you. She's not bad for the amount of time put into her. We're just going to do a white ribbon. All right, now we're going to start thinning out our paint. Sorry. We're putting white on our brush, and then we're dipping it in there to thin it out. Just adding some highlights to make it glassy. Oh, don't double dip your brush. If you put it in the paint, dip it, and then go back to the paint, you've ruined your paint and you gotta reset your whole palette because now you got thinner in the paint. Oh, it didn't thin out. Why are you like that? Oh, let me show you. So we dip in it and see how it changed to like an off white. That's because it's thinned out. It's like I'm using bristle, but I'm not using bristle. Let me grab another one. Let me try. Wait. I'm not sure. See, did I get another glitch? There we go. A little more thin though. There's some glassy lines. Because you're glass and you need to look 3D. Okay. That's looking good. We might need to go a little darker at the bottom for lighting purposes, but add some more black in there. Oh, okay. What time are we at? How long have we been doing this? I don't know. I don't have a clock. Hold on. Because for one thing, I'm not plugged in. And if this dies stream, that would be bad. Okay, we've only done 30 minutes. Uh, we're going to save this. Don't forget to save. It does auto save, but I've had lost a lot of work before by not saving. All right. We're going to walk over here. And then all you do is raise your hand up and you'll see this appear. You could do this in any of the environments except for the outdoor one. I don't know why you would put paintings out there. We'll do this one right here. I don't know if you tried this or not, Sim, but when you put your picture on here, um, you could change the thickness of how the paint looks, how glossy your picture is. And I'm not in a good view, so you can see the glossiness though, but and how many strokes it is. Oh, you can almost see it at the top, yeah. You can definitely tell if you add the strokes up. And then the intensity of the canvas texture. Now, if you do it in one room, you gotta redo it all over again in the next environment. If you are in multiplayer, for anybody watching, none of your friends can see your paintings. It's just for you. So if you're in multiplayer and they got pictures on their wall, you won't see their pictures. We're gonna make this black. And what's cool about this is this little white matte piece. You can change how thick you want that. We'll go with that one. Let me go back to canvas. Change thickness back up. I gotta take the strokes down because it was leaving dark lines and I didn't like that. But yeah, they got different style of frames. I'll let you see that one. Or you could do no frame, but I prefer a little bit of frame. But I'm going with a black to make the picture pop, and that is how you do that. And then when you walk away, there's another painting. I had a friend that had them all up and down the walls. And but what I do is, at the beginning of the year, I will go reset the app. I'll delete all everything so I can start over to see how many paintings I actually did in a year. Because I usually save them to computer. And I used to have a Horizon gallery, so hopefully I will have a VR chat gallery soon, and we'll see how that is. Okay, so the second part of what I wanted to do today was eyes. Ew. Because I struggle with eyes. So we'll work on that today. We'll do a little eye practice. Um, you can't get better without practice. That's why we're focusing on just this body part today. Okay. So usually with the eye, depending on eyes, everybody's eye is different. You have your top arch, and then you got your bottom arch, and then you got this little curved thingy. Because beside that curved thingy is a tear duct. There you go. And then you're gonna have your eye, and usually in an eye, it doesn't touch. And then you have your eyelashes. When you're doing a painting, it's not recommended to do every single freaking lash. Just a lash here, lash there. There you go. You don't have to do every lash. And then, of course, you got your line there. Or you could just avoid doing that completely and just do, wait a minute, do like I did on the other one and just do the end of the lines. But you just want to make sure they curve because there's no such thing as a straight eyelash. They all curve. All right. So we're gonna pretend this line is where the eye and uh the eyeball meets with the lid. Usually, if you're painting, people don't want to paint the part above the lid. We're going to visually say that this line is where the eyelashes are. So this is usually a very light color before the skin tone. I hope that makes sense. See how I did this one? It's like a light pink, and then it goes darker for the lid, but I kept that a light pink. So we'll go down here. And we'll do a dark color on this body. I just do it simplified. I had a instructor in college that told me I needed to stop being so anal with colors. Um, Cause your face will have a million different colors. You'll have pinks, you'll have reds, you'll have blues. Cause shading is not with black. Shading is with blue. So I was always afraid of adding yellows and blues into the paintings. I was like, this looks so strange. But all these colors you see on this palette have blue in it. They were created using blue to get it darker. Are we up? We don't want to be that high up. Okay. Maybe a little lighter. We'll just start working our way lighter. And this person's going to have some highlights on their cheeks and upper eyebrow area. If it looks crazy, that's because we haven't blended yet. Blending helps so much. All right. When you are doing a face, usually, if you look at a picture, this is the bridge of the nose. You have an eye, and you have an eye, right? Oh, here's the eyebrow, and there's the eyebrow. Here we go. So, we want our paintings to look 3D as possible. There is a line that goes from here to the eyebrow all the way down. Uh, there's better pictures than this, depending on your lighting. See how dark this is here compared to right here or right here and right there. When I do paintings, I try to make sure that I keep the side of the eye darker because you don't want your faces on your paintings to look flat as hell, and that's what'll happen. You gotta you gotta add more shading where you need to add shading. The new updates, as far as I know, the eye pointer, the eye pointer for the colors. Sometimes I'm selecting colors and I'm not meaning to, and then I'm painting colors I'm not supposed to be painting, and that's a problem. Even if I don't hit the button, it's still picking up colors. And like I said last time I went live with Vermillion, um, I was painting and I had all my pictures up here, right? And I look over, and next thing you know, they're all gone. And then right when I end the stream, they all reappear. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Um, what all did we update? Just the eyedropper, right? I tell you what, I'm always so paranoid every time there's an update. It's like, oh my God, am I going to lose my paintings? Because that happened one time. They did a really, really big update. And then I came in and it crashed so hard, I had to factory reboot. And when I factory rebooted, I had like 200 paintings gone that I didn't save. And I was so upset I couldn't do Vermillion for a while after that. So really, I have over 1,000 Vermillion paintings, maybe. Yeah, I think they did some fixing of bugs or something, and then added the dropper because that YouTube artist Jazza did a video where he was reviewing all the VR art games, and he really loved this, but said it needed a dropper. Oh, and he changed the way the palette works so that the you don't lose the colors. I guess the original pile of color. So he made changes based on that video. Is what this update was about. There we go. All right. So should we add some eyeshadow then? Let's add some eyeshadow. We'll do pink, dark pink. I don't know. But we're gonna. Oh, what did I do that for? All right. We're just gonna water it down. Is it gonna let us blend it since it's? I think so. All right. So. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I enjoy having you here chatting with me. It makes my video goes by so much smoother for me at least. So it's not dead air. Usually there's a crease depending on your eye. So we're gonna smooth that out. Some people have it very noticeable. Some people don't. We're gonna do it again. I always hold my breath, and I really shouldn't. I was like, why am I holding my breath for? When I do lines, because I'm so afraid of screwing up the line, especially if you're trying to be a perfectionist with it. You know what I mean? 1 second, please. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to do the eyeball. Where are we on time? Because I have another live at 12. I'm going to try to do 12:10 on that second one. Wait, it is after 12. 1:10. Sorry. No, 2:10. 2:10. Okay. About 20 minutes, we're going to start another live. But I got to switch out softwares. looking forward to that. And we're going to go lighter on the bottom. I definitely need to blend my nose though, but I don't want to do it live on stream because that would be gross. I will be so glad to be over this garbage. Now we are not doing pure white for this eye. And I really should have done this first before the brown. Oops. So my bad. And then lighter over in here. Lighter over here. And then we gotta give our tear duct some pink glove. Not pink enough. You know what? We gotta do king spray sometime. If I had somebody to play with, I would do it. Oh, look how nice that eye looks. Yeah, I would definitely do it. I'm up for king spray. I'm so sad they stopped updating that one though. Apparently, there was some rumored drama behind that whole thing. But if another company would pick that app up, I would be down for some more king spray. Or if somebody else wants to come out with another graffiti one, that would be cool. And then, of course, if you want to do a vampire eye, we can do a vampire eye. You want to do red? We'll do red. And then I'm gonna hop off this right after this. We're gonna switch over to VR chat. I'm gonna stop the stream and restart a new one. So if you want to go into live and look at that, uh, we're gonna do another one for VR chat. Because a friend taught me about liminal worlds. So we're gonna look at liminal stuff in VR chat. If it doesn't break the PC. Because sometimes VR chat cooperates, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, so we'll go straight up black. So we can add the red on top of that. I don't think this is the right kind of red I'm looking for. But we'll just do a red eye. Let's get another palette. There we go. Because this red here isn't a full red. It's like an orangey red. But what we're going to do is we're going to mix them together. So it doesn't matter. Yeah. And again, I didn't gray out the eyes. This is another change that happened. You can see on this one because this isn't a custom palette. The paint on this thing is thick. If you look at it, it looks real thick. So if you're taking paint, it's still going to be a little glob there. You're not going to lose that glob. We're going to cheat and go down a line. There we go. Now, Sam, do you do PC VR stuff, or are you strictly a Questy? I'd have to practice on that. Like I said, I'm not really used to the spray cans on there. I really need to get on there and just straight up practice. There we go. We'll go. Oh, this person's undead, so I've got to really make them a palish gray. And we should maybe go a little bit extra pale on that. They finally got Quest Link working for me. It didn't work for a very long time. I usually do virtual desktop. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop this stream right now because, like I said, I got to set up to do virtual desktop with the live. And then we'll start back up. And then we're going to go world hopping because I had a request for that. And yeah, I got to walk over here. We'll shut this down. I'll take the dogs out. So give me about 10, 15 minutes to set everything back up, take care of them, uh, and then we'll be back. Yes, time. All right, I'll go ahead and stop it here, and then we'll start back with a different live.